Good evening, beautiful people, beautiful women of the Bra Experience. We are back. We are live, 7 p.m. Central European summertime, although the summer is definitely over. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited because today we've got a special guest all the way from South Africa. But before we do, yesterday we had a great conversation with Dr. Cherie, and I must tell you, my head is still spinning of the nugget she gave, the diamond she dropped. So I need to watch the replay over and over and over again. Well, all replays actually, because I believe that the conversations we are having up to now are really moving us forward and are constructive. So if you haven't been watching us yet and you're a first timer, welcome. If you have, but you have missed some conversations, go back into the Facebook group and watch the replays, because replays, I mean, it's not a replay like, oh, I've listened to it already. It's like, oh, I've listened to it and I'm hearing something new all the time. So watch the replays, go do the call to actions, because I'm so curious about who you are, what you're dealing with, where you're at in life, where you need help, all these kind of things. I just want to learn to know you. So, and Pauline is in the house. Yes, Pauline, I think you're going to do 14 out of 14 attendances. You're like, every day you're there. So thank you for joining again, Pauline. If you're coming in, welcome. So let me introduce to you my special guest for tonight. And let me tell you, she's very special. She is an abundant living expert. She's a spiritual teacher. She's an inspirational speaker. She's a philanthropist, and she's a human behavior specialist. I can tell you, welcome to our constructive conversation in the Bra Experience, Miss Mona Naidoo. Yay!
Hello, everyone. Hello, Yasmina.
Hello, my friends, my sister. It's so great that you joined me for this Bra Experience, but also for the constructive conversation of today. I'm always happy when I see you. You make me smile, you encourage me, you motivate me. You are truly a good friend of mine, and I'm so happy we get to do this today together. So Mona, you're from South Africa, of course. You're married to our beautiful Vis. And so I wanted to have a conversation. You've picked up a few of the replays we were talking just earlier. And so as you know, the Bra Experience is where women come together to support each other and to lift each other up. And I believe that we as women are sometimes holding ourselves back too much, you know, whether it is fear of the unknown, fear of the success, fear of whatever. But I think I feel that the fear is real for a lot of women. And so I wanted to talk to you about what has been your experience, because you're doing great things in the world. You're definitely in your light. And so I wanted to have your insights and your inspiration and your advice on what we can do as women to move forward and to step into our greatness.
No, absolutely. And I think it's so important, you know, before I became or started showing up in the world as an abundant living expert, well, I was in a legal career for 24 years.
Ooh, so, I didn't even know that about you.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah, no, I've got this very masculine career background. So when you invited me to come and share on this platform, Yasmina, I thought it was the ideal opportunity, because my journey has been to bring this dance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, you know? Because think about the legal career, it's all black and white. And we were told, you know, in careers like this, oh, it's a male-dominated world. So yes. How do you think I showed up? Unconsciously, I showed up with this masculine energy. Or
I
what do
hear
you
you
think?
on that. You are not alone. If anyone can relate, type in the Facebook comments. Yana, you are not alone. I've been 22 years in a male environment, so I hear you there, sister.
Absolutely, right? But what happens when we are trying to be, and I say trying, right? Because we lose our feminine essence because we think we have to show up a specific way in
True.
this male dominated world. And it comes all the way back, if we go back to our childhood, but it goes all the way back into our lineage as women.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We forget that sometimes.
Exactly. You know, that is not just here, it's not just our stuff. Look at hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years of women. The minute that women like stepped down from the pedestal or were toppled from the pedestal, right?
Exactly. I like the second wording better.
You know, we were toppled from the pedestal. We suddenly went, so that fear became, because it became unsafe to be women.
Absolutely. And for I think for hundreds, thousands of years, it was unsafe to be a woman.
Yeah,
So yeah, it makes sense what you're saying, Mona.
yeah.
Please
So,
continue.
and you understand, you know, like this whole thing about being a human behavior specialist. I mean, I've just gone so deep into it that it's like it's so fascinating, but I've had to live that. Do
Mm,
you know, just by the way, that in the Indian communities, because I'm South African of Indian background, right? So my forefathers came from India. I'm third generation South African Indian.
mm.
In India, there was a practice. Now, they made it illegal over the years. You know, there's quite a few practices. When girl children were born, they used to be drowned in milk because to have a girl, yes, I'm having goosebumps sharing this with you today, right?
I didn't know that. What?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
they
Because
were drowned in milk as a
when,
baby when they were
yeah,
born?
like as a baby, there's a Hindi word, like a Hindi term to
Yeah.
describe this action. When a girl child was born, it was like a boy was favored over girls. Now, can you imagine, just besides the female lineage, just in the Indian culture, right? Even though I didn't personally experience or have an attempt of it in my family, but we carry that pain from generations and generations.
Absolutely. And listen, I'm half Moroccan, as you know.
Yep.
We experienced the same. We weren't drowned in milk, not to my knowledge, but
Yes.
but boys were favored all the
Yeah.
time against girls. So yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And
So,
why? Do you know
mhm.
why we were drowned in milk? Because now,
Well,
otherwise,
well, well,
the
it was
channel
kind
came
of, think about it. I don't know what I didn't find out more about that yet, but at
open. Yeah.
some point, because think about it, if you choke on milk, right, it almost seems like you could have been feeding. I'm not sure what the purpose is. I'd love to find that out. But you can choke because you could make it seem like I'm feeding the child and the child choked,
And the
right?
child choked, and so yeah,
Right. Or
bad luck.
maybe they thought, you know, it was a less like heinous way of
Mm.
killing the
Of
baby. I don't
killing the
know.
baby, maybe. Yeah, because in China, so the Indian culture, it's similar to the Moroccan culture when it comes to girls. But also in China, the girls were murdered
Oh,
way back,
yeah.
to favor the boys, of course.
Mm.
So yeah, it's really interesting that you raise that point. So yeah, do continue.
Yeah, so you see, when you speak about fear, right? As much as we want to do these magnificent things in the world as women, right?
Mm.
There's this like invisible thread, or shall I say, it's more like a rope around us that we go forward, but we are a bit afraid because that fear of being women is still lingering around us. Like, I can't be too much. You know, I can't shine my light. I can't be seen because I'm less than. You know,
Exactly.
so we
Exactly.
have this issue of being not enough, men and women, But as women, it's like just being women, we carrying these shadows from wherever, how far back, that just being women, we less than. And I've had to,
Exactly.
do you know how much of processing, Yasmina, I've had to be doing?
Listen, I know all about that. All about that. It's like not feeling good enough, not feeling seen, not feeling heard,
Yeah.
specifically in these male environments where we usually were the only people in the boardroom, right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, we had to overcome a whole lot of things. And so I stepped into my masculine energy like you early on as well. But the last 10 years, I realized that that's not being authentically me, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. I see that we've got another viewer. I cannot see who it is. So show yourself, be visible, and let me know you're watching and where you're watching from. So yeah, great conversation, great insight. I
Yeah.
didn't think of it like what you're saying right now, but it makes so much sense. The lineage of
Yeah.
centuries and centuries and centuries and rituals in certain traditions and cultures where women were not valued right from the moment they were born, right? That's a
Absolutely.
big legacy. That's a big imprint on our kind, on women.
Exactly. And you know, Yasmina, I ask this question to Vis very often, and thank goodness Vis is who he is. Because
This is her husband, by the way, her lovely husband, by the way.
and he helps me to be more feminine. Now, when you look at me, you probably wonder, like, wait, how can she not be feminine?
Exactly. Listen, the last time we spoke, you told me the same thing. Yeah, but I had to learn to become feminine. I go like, excuse me, did you look in the mirror? You cannot be more feminine than what you are.
Exactly, right? So here I show up. I mean, I'm this petite woman. And even when I was in my legal career, I had these high heel shoes, cute little outfits. But this energy that was around me was like, don't mess with me kind of energy. Right?
I cannot imagine that with you. You're so different right now. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Good morning.
And that's just it. People were afraid. I mean, Yasmina, it's like ridiculous. Like if I go into a room, it's like, oh, shh, she's there. You know? So,
Mama, on that one, you are not alone. When it's so crazy that we experience similar things. It's
yeah.
really crazy. But I still cannot see that. Look at you with your long hair, and I can imagine you with your skirts and your suits and But then having this energy, do not mess with me.
Exactly. So when you are, and I worked in Johannesburg here in South Africa. Now, anybody that knows about Johannesburg we say this in Afrikaans, and I mean, Yasmina, Afrikaans is actually similar, right? So we say Johannesburg is leeuwêreld, right? So it's lion world, because it's like you have to be tough. And we say, yeah, Johannesburg is not for sissies, not for like little girly girls running around afraid, so
you have to be like powerful.
Yeah, exactly. So you're dealing with hardened criminals because I was in the criminal law environment, you're dealing with hardened criminals. So here's little me walk up when Mona's mouth is not open. It looks like I'm the sweet little lady,
Exactly.
And then when I open my mouth, he's like, whoa, did it come from her?
I would have loved for smartphones to exist back then, that someone would tape you and I would see the video right now and go like, really?
Exactly. But
Lori said she can relate to the male energy, not in predominant male environment, but in my energy to excel, get ahead, and fitness. And that's what you were speaking to, Mona. It's like we think we have to be a certain way. We think we have to have this male masculine energy much more to be powerful into the world, to be more powerful. So, Lori, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
So, but continue. So, yeah, people were like, what?
And just think about this, right? Why did we think we had to be in that energy? Because, and I'm speaking personally for me, the things that I've had to transcend. Deep down on a subconscious level, I believe that being female was weak. So can you imagine? I don't want to be seen as weak.
No. And also, for me at least, when I was selling forklifts in the port of Antwerp as the only women, 24, like skinny as hell, I also wanted to be part of the guys, because the guys, in my perception, made more deals. Because the guys went with the customers, male customers, of course. They went to the strip club with the male customers. When I said, "Oh, I'll join," because I couldn't care less if women are dancing. You know, if that makes me eligible to have a deal, then I will join you. The male customers would go like, "No, you cannot come." You know, I was like, "What? How am I going to make more deals then if you're all doing the deals in strip clubs, cafes, all these kind of things?" So I wanted to be part of the boys, you know?
Yeah. Now that's interesting, Yasmina. You're talking about you wanted to go to the strip clubs. You know, in my career, I've had the most amazing men. I was always like just this female amongst all the men, right? And they just protected me. They took care of me. They treated me.
Oh, wow.
Now the fun part is this: I went into the strip clubs. Okay, in my career, in the one unit I used to be in. I was sent because they didn't want to send the men. They said Mona is going to go in because Mona will not be ogling at all the women.
She will be focused on the task at hand. Exactly. I couldn't care less about women. I just wanted to have the deal on paper.
Exactly.
Deal. I'm down with that, you know.
Exactly.
Funny.
So they would put me in a bulletproof vest because we'll go like in an army kind of SWAT team kind of way, right? So I was like to make sure the police and all the units were doing their work correctly, so that when it went to court, then the right evidence was there as well. So I was this cute little, person walking around with the bulletproof vest and all these big guys around me, right? And I would go, no, not that, right? Yes, right? And then my colleagues used to be so jealous. It's like, no, we want to go in there. And like our supervisor would say, no, Mona's going there. She's doing it. So it was so much fun.
I love it. I'm learning more things about you just having these conversations. I think we should extend to 14 days.
Yes.
To know my friends better. But so, Mona, very fascinating. But how did you change that? How did you balance this masculine energy and have this female energy more in you, you know?
Okay. And I guess it's like, the spiritual awakening, right? It's when I got to know, and it's interesting, it kind of like it was happening over the years, but 2014, when I forgave my father for believing that he abandoned me. It's like that shift, that forgiveness opened my heart. Now, what sits in our heart, right?
Yeah.
That unconditional love. It's like I started opening up to a bigger, better, grander version of me. But make no mistake, the work that still continues up till today.
Exactly. Hey, listen, people, if you're watching, type in chat, type in comments, because Mona is like dropping them like crazy. Let me know you're watching. So so to forgive, and listen, this is why we are sisters.
Yes.
The same thing happened to me when I forgave my father for abandoning me at an early age as a teenager, which left me unseen, unheard, abandoned, lost, lonely, all these kind of things, right? So So yeah, that was a turning point for you.
Yeah, exactly. And the best part is this, right? Remember, creation, abundance, everything about us existing on this planet, there has to be that beautiful dance between, and I say divine masculine and divine feminine because we've got masculine and feminine out there, but it's the distorted versions of it.
Exactly. And it's not balanced.
Exactly. And that's just it. It's this beautiful flow, but you see, we have to, as women, we've been in the doing, pushing, controlling, right?
Controlling. Now you say something. Control.
Yes. And that's all the distorted masculine. But it's about coming back and being in flow, because how do we allow abundance to flow naturally to us? When we are being that energy of abundance, right? Not when we're doing that in any energy or any aspect. It's when we're being. And think about it. If we rejected the feminine, all the feminine qualities, then we were out of sync.
Exactly. And that's what we are feeling. We feel we are not we feel that we are not strong enough when we raise our masculine energy, because we're running behind on the men anyway, because we're not men, right? So we're so out of sync of who we are that it doesn't feel right. And then we are seen as bitches and too strong, too powerful, too whatever, we scare men and women away. And then if we allow the feminine to come in, and Lori says something, she says, if I'm feminine, I'm seen as weak. And if I'm powerful, I'm not weak. So that's the dilemma we have in our mind, where we say, if we are too much feminine, then we'll be less than, we're not enough, we are too sweet, too kind, to whatever, which is not true, right, Mona?
Absolutely. And that's just it, right? It's a perception that we have created that, and what the world around us is. And just as a matter of interest, right? Think about it in a relationship with Vis and I. When I'm in my masculine, do, control, whatever.
Oriented, goal oriented.
I repel Vis, right? Because when he's with me, he wants to be the masculine. He wants to be
Of course.
And he doesn't want to be intimate or be affectionate with somebody who's like the same as,
as him. Exactly. That's the thing. If we are too masculine, we scare the men away, and we don't allow the man to be man. And we don't allow the man to be the protector, which they can be. It doesn't mean we are dependent of the man. It means that he's got a function from ancient times back. And also, I forgot, but yeah, we're not allowing men to be men. It's like when a man unloads the dishwasher.
Yeah.
So many women still have comments on how he loads or unloads the dishwasher. Why would he even bother trying to unload or load the dishwasher, right?
Exactly.
So we go like, no, that's not correct, blah, 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 blah. And we go into this masculine energy where, no, this is not how we do it. And then the man goes like, okay, whatever. I'm not helping you again.
Exactly. And that's just it. We unconsciously emasculate the men, because we are in, and there's nothing wrong with being driven. I am a driven woman. Yasmina, you are as well.
Exactly.
It's knowing when to be in that space and when to be in flow, when to be soft, when to be, in that beautiful space where of radiance. We spoke earlier about radiance.
Radiance, exactly. And in that beautiful space where we are aligned with who we are, which is a woman, when we are aligned with that feminine energy, that's when magic happens for us.
Yes.
Because then it automatically flows, it automatically moves, and it automatically attracts the things that we need. But it's when we are not aligned anymore, when we are far away from who we truly are, that's when things go bad. So
Absolutely.
my radiance, exactly. So as a last thing, how do we move into that radiance that you call?
Right. And this is the whole concept of being, right? Now we hear it, we know about it, but like, how do you do it? And I found this, it's just three simple things that I teach my clients as well, right? It's a simple thing as hydration,
Okay.
right?
You
Now,
got
people
my
don't
attention.
understand that it's such a simple thing, but when you are hydrated, you are in flow.
True.
And dance. Do you know I get my clients to dance first thing in the morning? I do that every day, right?
Really?
Every morning, yes. And I go dance with us. You pick your favorite song. Because remember, the feminine is all about movement. It's
Movement.
about flow, right?
Exactly. And we forget that as women. It's
Exactly.
not to, so femininity is not about being weak. It's not about being less than. Femininity is actually the most powerful force on earth, because without femininity, the masculine would not exist.
Precisely.
So we need to be aware of that. And so we have to move back without prejudice
Mm-hmm.
to who we truly are,
Yeah.
and to step into our radiance. I love
Yeah.
that word, by the way, to step
Yeah.
into our radiance.
And just by the way, when you're dancing, right, your body is moving, right? And think about it, if you look at ancient cultures, right? The women were always dancing. If you think, it's like this, we are in a beautiful dance, but what you're doing is you're moving your sacral chakra, you're moving the lower aspects of you, right?
And you also ground yourself to the earth,
Exactly.
because you feel,
Yeah.
you make the connection between earth and heaven, because
Yes.
your body is moving, but at the same time, your feet are planted in the earth really powerfully.
Yeah. And what are you doing? You connected to the earth, you're going all the way down into the core of the earth, and that's Gaia. That's Mother Earth.
Exactly. That's Mother Earth.
Yeah.
That's the power of everything on earth.
Exactly. And then think about it, Jasmina. You're moving, like if you think of Tai Chi and Qigong and stuff like that.
Also feminine, and
Precisely.
feminine poses, Tai Chi.
Yeah.
I mean, you can knock an enemy out with Tai Chi.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So don't mess with the Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Because it's just the movement, and that's just it. It's just about flowing. It's just it, and I call it dancing with your soul.
You're thinking the same as me. I think we've got our call to action.
Yes. Yes.
I love that. So if anyone is not with us in mind, like, where are they going?
Yeah.
This is going to be the call to action. We would like to invite, oh, Laurie, I danced this morning as I was doing my makeup and hair. It was so much joy bringing and fun. I usually use that time to listen to a podcast. It was so nice to be playful and feel the music and dance and sing along. Listen, I've got it's called my Power Jam, and it's like songs that I love, that energize me for the day.
Yeah.
And it's timed, so all the songs together are my morning routine. It's like shopping, getting my hair together, clothing, all these kind of things. So what I would like us to do, ladies, beautiful women of this tribe, is tomorrow, if you want, videotape it and post it in the comments of the Facebook group, or at least let us know you've danced. But we want you to dance tomorrow morning to one of your favorite songs and just start the feminine energy flowing and get into your radiance. That's a good call to action, right, Mona?
Yep, I think it's perfect.
Love it. So we want to see you dancing. We want to see you starting the day in flow. We want to see you starting the day, like Laurie said, joy bringing and fun. And so let's do that tomorrow, and let's post it in the Facebook group. Mona, can I please thank you so, so much for your radiance, for being my sister, for being an encourager, for being, you're like, Marsha from Abu Dhabi, good to see you. I hope you're dancing with me tomorrow morning. So can I please thank you, because every time we talk, also with this, you give me hope. You give me hope to continue, even when I sometimes feel that I don't want to fight, or don't want to struggle, or don't want to move forward anymore, or don't even know where I need to go, you know? So I want to thank you for always being that energy that brings me to peace. So thank you for coming on to the Bra Experience and sharing your wisdom, your insights. I learned so much. Can you please dance to Jerusalem? Shall we do it?
Yes. Is that Marsha? Is that Marsha saying that?
Marsha, yeah, you know her too, right?
Yes, Marsha is a South African in Dubai. I know her very well.
So that's where we know each other from. Okay, let me find Jerusalem. And let's, I'm going to put my chair on the sides.
Yep.
And I know, oh, okay. I don't know if you're listening. Okay. Marsha, I hope you're dancing.
Oh, Marsha.
And the African music is really grounding us, so. Marsha, let me know you're dancing. Lori, let me know you're dancing. Just 1 minute. Jerusalem, ikayalami. Woo! Yes, Lord. We'll just do one, how is it called? I'm saying, go Mona, go Mona. I love this. Yo no lo sé. Yo no lo sé. All right, ladies. South Africa going global.
Yeah.
All right. So let's dance tomorrow, Marsha. Let's dance tomorrow, Laurie. Let's dance tomorrow, Pauline. Again, thank you, my friend Mona, for being the African in Yasmina. Yes, I am half from Africa. So Mona, thank you again. And for all of you watching, I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another constructive conversation on the Bra Experience with, again, a new special guest. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hey, everyone.